Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder Episode 3. So yeah, another episode here, and so far our first two episodes have been pretty good, keeping the spirit of the original alive, while modernizing things to a certain degree as well. I really dig what it's doing, and so I'm excited to see where this goes, because we don't really have, like with some series, we don't really have an episodic thing going on here. We're just kind of taking it as it is, and that's fine. That's all we need, really. So I wonder how much direct continuity will ever at any point come across, or what other kind of specific topics this series will touch on. I believe I talked about that last time. I want this series to really touch on real life topics that have been big into the pop culture stratosphere in the past few years and whatnot, past decade even, really. Pretty much the 2010s into the 2020s. And I'm really excited to see what they can do with that, because there's so many ideas, so many ways to work this, and I really hope they take full advantage of that. So we're just going to get on with the episode and find out for ourselves, though. Hopefully enjoy it, and come back here afterwards for some thoughts. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, I was looking it up in between the reaction and these afterthoughts, and I could not find out, like, why Michael's look was changed in this, because he looked like the classic Michael. Like, the hair was like kind of a combination between the two different hair colors he had in the original series, but in general it's like he looked like more of the original. He didn't look like his glow-up self that we'd seen previous episodes. And there's no explanation given for this at all. All the other characters look as they have looked throughout this, throughout the first two episodes. So I doubt that this is supposed to be like happening before the events of the first episode. I just, plus, I mean, obviously it can't, because Maya is there. And, like, the only other thing I could think of would be something along the lines of maybe he just wasn't all glammed up because, you know, playing basketball and all that makeup would run everywhere due to all the sweating and whatnot. But it's like, why would his hair be a different color in that case? And just in general, he looks different. Like, even just in terms of body shape and everything, like, he doesn't look like the same character pretty much at all. Again, he looks more like the classic version of Michael that we see. He looks younger, he looks smaller. Yeah, it's just, I just don't understand. I tried to look it up, and everything I'm just seeing just says, yeah, it's Michael. I'm not seeing a single explanation for this. Like, I just don't understand. This is being recorded quite a while in advance, so you could, maybe if you could tell me what it is, but I'm going to try to continue looking up things, see if I can find anyone saying anything about it, but yeah, I don't understand. And I really hope that they don't change his look back to this from now on. I hope they return his look back to what it was in the first couple episodes, because I think that look works better for him. It was such a massive glow up, such a great redesign, that just going back to more the classic look would just kind of not work, honestly. And it would just be kind of an insult. So I really hope they don't do that. But we'll have to see. So this episode had a huge focus on basketball and Oscar forcing Penny to engage in it even though she didn't want to, and her being afraid to actually tell him that she didn't want to. All of this also backdropped with Penny's new romantic interest, Kareem, who seems like a really nice guy. He's really tall. Apparently is really good at basketball as well, but pretends to not be because he doesn't like it. He is a cellist in the orchestra, and that's what he likes to do. So, yeah. And outside of a small thing with La Cienega trying to steal Kareem away from Penny because of how she's been ignoring him doing the basketball part, it's like there's not too much like conflict outside of Penny just not focusing enough on her her partner here. It's very clear that they both love each other. It's very clear that they're even though they try to deny it, especially in front of Oscar, it's very clear that they're together. And yeah, the fact that she's just kind of ignoring him and hasn't been explaining herself is definitely the big issue. But it's an internalized issue. So again, outside of the La Cienega, a little bit there, which doesn't really amount to anything anyway, it's completely an internalized issue in this episode. Penny doesn't take her own words to heart and is too afraid to share her true feelings, both towards her father and just in general. She's afraid to actually open up about it and be truthful to who she is. And it's a great lesson. It really is. And the entire thing with Wizard Kelly and Oscar, it's like, okay, sure. I'm not super invested in that little rivalry they have. It's not that exciting to me. It's not bad or anything. It's just comparative to other stuff. I think Oscar works best when he is playing the father figure character, working off of Penny and her friends and the rest of the family and all. Especially Sugar Mama. Sugar Mama, rather. I just don't... I can't get into the way he like works off of Wizard Kelly as much. I just don't find it that entertaining comparatively. So that kind of aspect just doesn't do it for me. It's not inherently bad, it's the weaker point. But I'm definitely interested to see where this goes, and again, I'm going to try to look up as much as I can about why Michael's appearance is different in this episode. But again, just in case, like, obviously I'm recording this well in advance, you can let me know in the comments if you found out anything as well. I'll just let you know if, like, I did hear anything at that point. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Tell me your thoughts on this episode and its lesson down below. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.